Hi everyone, Emily here from Emily Reads, and Merry Christmas Eve for all those who celebrate. Today is Christmas Eve, and it is my final Advent unboxing. My Advent calendar only goes to December 24th. Sorry, had to pause there. I had my permanent crown put in like mid-December, and it doesn't, I don't know, it just doesn't feel right. But I'm not in pain. It just is more noticeable than my other permanent crown feels. At any rate, I digress. So I have my Advent unboxing, and then I'm going to show you like the pile of possibilities for my January TBR. And it's for sure as possibilities. We'll get into that when I get to the TBR. So let me reach over here. Here is my calendar, and look, like the thing has shifted. So if I were to open day 24, look, there's nothing there. It has moved over to over here. So I'm going to pull it from over here, and then I can take this box and put it in recycling, because look at that. Recycle. Oh, whoops. The coffee fell on the floor. And it is Door County Christmas. Notes of cinnamon and spice, a top secret recipe. I can tell you this. I tried the turtle flavor this morning, and it was okay. Really, the ones that I feel like that worked the best for me were like the peanut butter toffee and the toffee ones so far. And like it said that to brew it with 40 ounces of water, and I felt like it was very watered down. So I brewed it with my coffee maker, 6 cups of water. And even then I was like, I don't know. Do I regret buying this Advent calendar? No. Did it make a great cup of coffee? It was okay. I've had better cups of coffee. So, like, do I regret purchasing it? No, I'm glad I purchased it. It was way better than I had a few years ago. I purchased a wine Advent calendar, not from Aldi's, from Myers, and that one was not as good. What I liked about this one, the Myers wine one, I felt like repeated wines, and I wanted a new one every day. And I do appreciate the fact about this coffee is that I had new flavor every day, so that has been fun. All right, so my January pile of possibilities. So some thinking around it. One, I was going to read Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell for the hardest reading challenge you'll ever do, because I needed a book set in winter. And then I realized, like, I'm reading The Most Wonderful Crime of the Year. If I can make that work for the hardest reading challenge you'll ever do, I'm gonna do that. But I don't know if I can double up on that prompt. There are some prompts that you can double up. There are some that you cannot. If not, then I'll use Throne of Glass for a book set in winter, because Throne of Glass is set in like autumn into winter, and December has been autumn into winter when I've read it, because I read it over the weekend of the winter solstice. So, Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell still is a book that I want to read before I turn 50. But I'm working through Rhythm of War right now, and it's kind of slow going, only because I'm 2 books away. As I'm filming this on December 24th, I'm 2 books away from hitting 100 books this year. So I'm reading about like 20 pages in Rhythm of War, and then trying to fly through some other books to hit that 100 book mark. And then once I hit that 100 book mark, then I'll kind of dive back into Rhythm of War. So that's long, complicated. In addition, sorry for my rambling thoughts. In addition, January is a pile of possibilities, because I don't know what book the virtual book club that I'm part of, what book they're going to choose for January. And I might try to do the book that Krista over at Books and Jams, that her Patreon has picked. I don't remember the title of that. It's a historical fiction about women in Asia, I believe China, I'm not 100% sure. So there's that. So I kind of want to read that if I get time to it. We shall see. But all that being said, first up, I know I'm still going to be reading Rhythm of War in January. I'm currently on page 264. I can't read a 1200 Sanderson book in 2 weeks. I don't. And do I have time off? Yes. I'll try to read as much as I can in my time off. But I probably will push through and work really hard on this next week and this week, focus on 2 shorter books. Another book that I for sure plan on getting to in January is Crown of Midnight by Sarah J. Maas. So this follows Selena, who is an assassin. She was in Throne of Glass. She was taken out of these salt mines because she was imprisoned there. Not sure the circumstances yet of what led her to that. I'm assuming we'll get that in Assassin's Blade. I am following. There's 3 different ways that you can read the Throne of Glass series. One is chronological, so read Assassin's Blade first, then Throne of Glass. Then there's like a romantic impact, which is read Assassin's Blade after Crown of Midnight. Then there's like the emotional impact, which is read Assassin's Blade after Heir of Fire. I don't know yet when I'm going to read Assassin's Blade. I don't know yet. I need to figure that out. But, gosh, this is rambly. Sorry about that. So Selena, she's taken out of these salt mines, and by the Prince of Adarlan. I'm assuming that's how you pronounce it. And the prince is basically saying, like, look, my father, the king, is sponsoring this competition to figure out who will be the king's champion, and basically will be the assassin for the king. And I want you to compete. And then if you win after 4 years, they bargain that after 4 years, she will earn her freedom. So here we are in book 2. And I'm looking forward to reading more and seeing what happens with Selena. The next book I plan on reading, I probably won't finish it in January because it's a collection of short stories, and that is Reader, I Married Him. And this is edited by Tracy Chevalier, and this is just a collection of stories inspired by Jane Eyre. I love Jane Eyre. I think Jane Eyre is fantastic, and so I'm looking forward to reading this. This fits for the hardest reading challenge you'll ever do. It fits the one of the 5 lowest rated books on Goodreads that I have, and then for the books in Lala, Kayla's reading challenge, the Buzzword challenge, there is punctuation right there on the cover. So I'll start that. I don't know if I'll finish it. And then January, so PK over at her channel is Bookie Monsters, and she does sprints every Tuesday, Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, and then Saturday at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. And then each morning she does this week's newest releases, and she does it by genre, and that's at 7 a.m. every morning. Again, all of the times that I give are Central Standard Time because that's where I live. She does, twice a year, she does Histmist. So, she talks a lot about historical mysteries on her channel. And she actually recommended this one. And that is A Study in Scarlet Women by Sherry Thomas. And this is first in the Lady Sherlock series. So this is about Charlotte Holmes, who she lives in London, and then there's a trio of unexpected deaths, and suspicion falls on her sister and her father. So she needs to find the true culprits and clear her family name. So, um, but in the and then Charlotte takes on the assumed name Sherlock Holmes. I do also want to read A Study in Scarlet by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. So I might throw that in there as well next month. We shall see. I'm trying to pick more lighter in January simply because I want to be able to, for some reason in January, I just want to get the year started off right where I can get some books read and off of my bookshelves. And then also, I'm working through Rhythm of War. So I don't want too terribly dense books on my TBR. So that all being said, I don't have a big TBR for January simply because Rhythm of War is going to consume time and energy, and that's great. I am happy for me for that. And because Rhythm of War is going to take time, and then school, I'm just jumping right in. Like when I come back, I have 3 IEP meetings. 2 are on the second day back with students. So it's going to be a busy time of year. So I'm just kind of like, we will just not have a lot of plans for January, and you will all be surprised, as will I, about what in my January monthly wrap up of what I've read. Um, Thank you so much for watching me through my first Bookmas journey. I appreciate it so much, and I hope that you and your family have a wonderful, safe holiday season. And um, as always, please like and subscribe. Bye.